Alright, now it's that time of the month again where I, MadMax26, react to another Brew Stew Films video for you guys. Alright, so, 90s nights. What exactly is 90s night? I'm guessing this is probably activities that you guys did in the 1990s and just brought it all into the present day. I don't know. I am interested to know what it is though. Because me personally, I was born in 98, so maybe some of these are in Brew Stew's video might actually have something that might take interest for me. But we shall see. The link for this is in the description below. Without further ado, let's get this started. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, now I've never mentioned it before, but I just so happen to be a pretty big Detroit Tigers fan. And if baseball's not your thing, I get it. But for me personally, I totally like to dad it out on a recliner and watch the Tigers lose on a daily basis. Well, it was during one of these dad sessions that I see the following Friday is going to be 90s night at Comerica Park. And that's where they hand out retro 90s hats, and people in the crowd dress up like Hulk Hogan and Bill Clinton. And not to mention, Montel Jordan's gonna be there to do a post-game concert. Whoopity-doo! Now, you don't know who Montel Jordan is. Well, he's the man behind such classic 90s hits as This Is How We Do It and This Is How We Do It. So I see this 90s night, and I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to that shit. Not to mention my wife sees it as well, and she's like, hell yeah, we're going to that shit, and we're dressing up like those Hulk Hogan, Bill Clinton assholes did on TV. So then we start deliberating on what we should dress up as for 90s night. Should we just do the standard windbreakers and fanny packs, and I don't know, maybe like a Billy Ray Cyrus mullet wig? Well, I figure everybody was going to do something like that, so I came up with something different. I know, we should dress up like characters from the most iconic 90s movie of all time. Oh, you mean Titanic, right? You want to be Jack and Rose? No, not fucking Jack and Rose. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Forrest Gump. We should be Forrest Gump and Jenny. Now, this made sense to me because A, Forrest Gump is the shit, and B, we were already fucking Forrest Gump for Halloween like 4 years ago, so we already had the costumes. So the following Friday rolls around, and we are dressed up in full Forrest Gump garb. My wife looks like a fucking flower child. I'm standing there with a ping pong paddle. I even went out and bought the Nike Cortezes that Forrest Gump wears like an idiot. There goes that fucking 80 bucks. Well, it's worth noting that we were also taking one of our kids to the game, as well as one of his little friends. And since neither of them wanted to chop their legs off and be our own little personalized Lieutenant Dan, we settled for them just wearing hats that had 90s slogans written on them. One hat said, talk to the hand, and the other hat said, get jiggy with it. What the fuck does get jiggy with it mean? Oh, that was something that Will Smith invented back in the 90s. You mean the guy that smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars? Yep. You know he's famous for, like, other things, too, right? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, a whole goddamn rap career.
Exactly.
No? Nothing? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So we get to Comerica Park, and you bet your ass we made a sign to wave around in the stands. Because we had one goal in mind for this little trip to the ballpark. And that was, of course, to get our silly asses up on the scoreboard screen. Because this is my wife's favorite thing about going to the ballpark. Because somehow she always seems to get on there. Hell, one time at the Toledo Mudhens, she got on the chug cam, and she slammed her beer down quicker than a frat bro, and promptly made me look like a little bitch sitting right next to her. So before we go to our seats, we stop and get a beer. And right off the bat, the attendant is like, shit, look, it's Forrest Gump and Jenny. Hi, I'm Forrest Gump. And I'm Jenny, and I have AIDS. I don't know what the fuck Jenny says. What? Oh, man, that is fucking awesome. But, why the hell are you guys dressed up like Forrest Gump in the first place? Because it's 90s night tonight. What are you talking about? Tonight's 90s night? I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, well, here's your beer. So we take our beer, and it's right around this point that we realize fucking nobody around us is dressed up like anything 90s whatsoever. There's no Hulk Hogan's, no Bill Clintons, no fucking Freddie Prinze Jr.'s. There's nothing. Nobody is dressed up like the 90s. Are you fucking sure 90s night is tonight? Yes, I'm sure, all right? Don't be ridiculous. Side note here, I was not sure at all. In fact, I had to double check my phone multiple times just to make sure that it was indeed 90s night. Look, it's definitely 90s night, all right? Look, right there, there's a guy dressed up like fucking Homer Simpson. All right, 90s night, Homer Simpson, high five. What? Bitch, I'm not Homer Simpson. What the fuck are you talking about? I got hepatitis, and I'm jaundiced as hell, you stupid idiot. So we get to our seats, and now we have come to the full realization that not only is nobody dressed up for 90s night, but nobody even fucking knows that it's 90s night to begin with. Hey, Why are you guys dressed up like that? Because it's 90s night and my husband's a fucking idiot, that's why. Oh, okie dokie then. And at this point, I didn't even care. If anything, that's gonna make us stand out that much more, and our chances of getting on the scoreboard screen were now through the roof. Well, the first inning goes by, and then the second, and then the third. Still no cameraman, still haven't made it on the goddamn scoreboard. I'm standing up with a sign and shit. Notice me, you pieces of shit! I'm Forrest the goddamn Gump! Well, by the time the fourth inning rolls around, my wife has had enough, and she takes her kid to the bathroom. Yeah, we're gonna go to the bathroom now. Thanks for making us into a goddamn circus act. Then I'm just sitting there with our kid's friend like, so this was probably a little bit more than you bargained for, huh? Yeah, this is pretty fucking weird if I'm being honest. Well, suddenly, out of nowhere, a camera guy shows up, literally right in front of us. So there I am with the sign, thinking, fucking finally, here it is. Here's the moment. But instead, this camera guy starts filming everybody behind us, totally oblivious that Forrest Gump is literally within pissing distance of him. And to make matters worse, he's filming 90s icon lookalikes in the crowd. And sure as shit, they're showing him right there on the scoreboard, one right after the other. Ah, god damn it, it's the hepatitis, all right? So needless to say, I'm just like, hey, asshole, look over here, I'm Forrest Gump for Christ's sake. He gives me a quick peek, and he's like, holy hell, it is Forrest Gump. Now I have to give this camera guy some credit for how he handled the shot. Because first, he zoomed in on just the Bubba Gump shrimp logo on my hat, and then he slowly revealed my dumb ass holding the sign as the one and only Forrest Gump. Everybody in the stadium collectively shits their pants at the same time. I don't get it. Why the fuck is Forrest Gump here? And then 4 seconds later, the camera guy promptly fucks off. And what did you know? Here comes my wife, totally oblivious to what happened. What happened? Why do you got that shit-eating grin on your face? No reason, really. Your fucking husband just got on the scoreboard. Here, look at the picture that I took. So here's the actual picture that this guy got. There I am, ping-pong paddle and all. Here's the camera guy absolutely killing the shot. This dude's over here like, Forrest Gump, what the fuck? My wife sees this picture, and she is like, oh, cool, of course. I dress up like a goddamn AIDS hippie, and your ass gets on the screen. But hey, whatever, beggars can't be choosers. At least we got on the goddamn screen to begin with, because I would have felt like a fucking idiot if we didn't. We watched the rest of the game, the Tigers end up losing, and then we watched the fucking Montel Jordan concert. Tiger people, y'all ready for This Is How We Do It? No, not really. The Tigers fucking lost tonight. Oh, shit. Tigers fans, you guys ready for This Is How We Don't Do It? This is how we don't do it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So all in all, I think it was worth dressing up as Forrest Gump like a stupid idiot because,
it
ended up being a pretty good time. That is until, we had to walk back to our car through fucking downtown Detroit at 11 o'clock at night. All of a sudden, dressing up like Forrest Gump's unintimidating ass seems like a pretty bad idea. Fucking run, Forrest! Run, goddammit!
brewstew.com.
I mean, at least they got out safe. Well, that was brewstewfilms 90's Nights, and I guess that answers my question. Was a bit messed up though, that literally nobody knows what 90's Night even was, except for Brewstew and his family. But the fact that he was the only one dressed up as Forrest Gump, because it's a 90's movie and all, why did the people just not really pay attention to that part? Like the part where you're supposed to dress up in 90's theme and all, but yet all of a sudden no one really cares. It's just ridiculous though. Because I literally thought that 90's Night was like a theme or a party or something, but I mean it could be, but something like that at a baseball game? Yeah, I know. But at least Brewster got on that Jumbotron. Or scoreboard or whatever. Yeah. The link for this is in the description below along with Brewster's YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, prove it by hitting that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more content. Follow me on TikTok at MadMaxwell26. And if you have a request, let me know in the comments below. With that being said, I am MadMaxwell26, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.